I'm Elizabeth Madura, and I'm going to talk about how people in life tend to put other people's happiness before their own, and those reasons could be for money, love, and basically just maybe just for their own profit or amusement. And I'm going to tie that into the book The Taming of the Shrew by William Shakespeare. And let's get started. In The Taming of the Shrew, we have Catherine and Petruchio, and Petruchio just wants Catherine for her money, for her father's money, because she's so hard to be wed, and he believes he can take the challenge. And I think Catherine finally realizes that she's putting her whole family through a lot of hardship, and so she doesn't want to do that anymore to them, so she ends up putting their happiness before her own to go and just be wed with Petruchio, even though he does force her most of the way. And he's also putting his happiness before his own because he's choosing money over actually finding someone he loves, even though in the end it does kind of work out pretty well. Over the second week of break, I was in Disney World for a soccer tournament, and while I was there I got to visit some of the parks. And just the things you see there, it's quite amusing how some of the parents you see just buying their kids every Minnie, Mickey toy there is, or whatever new Disney character that's out, and you just see them wasting all this money, but the looks on their kids' faces when they get to meet that character, it's priceless, seeing their happiness. Yet the parents sometimes are having fun, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're scrambling in their wallet to find a couple extra bills for their kid to get some ice cream on the last day at the park. But I guess you could say it's true that Disney World is the happiest place on earth for most people. For some people, it's the most expensive place on earth. I think one of the best lessons, though, Disney has ever taught us is that giving is always so much more fulfilling than receiving. In Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, there's a part of the movie where we have Mickey and Minnie, and they both are kind of tight on money, and they needed to figure out some way to buy each other gifts for Christmas. So Mickey ended up selling his harmonica to buy Minnie a chain for her watch, and Minnie sold her watch to buy a case for Mickey's harmonica. They both were so happy that each other would go to such lengths to give something up that means so much to them. And it was like they're just putting their happiness for the other because they love them. And I think that's one of the greatest things Disney has to offer to kids, showing that if you put someone else's happiness before your own, you can also get happiness that way too. That just because you're getting something doesn't mean, just because you're getting rid of something doesn't mean you're not getting anything in return. I feel like a lot of people think that they can't make people happy just by, I think a lot of people think that to make people happy they have to buy them something or give them something that's worth a lot of money, but sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes just giving love or attention or just anything, maybe just maybe doing the dishes for your mom or something, that could do so much for a person. And just because it might not be something you want to do, it could still make that person's day, and sometimes it could help people out if they're having a bad day, or just anything in life. Whenever someone's feeling down, just by you doing anything that could help that person out, could help them tremendously with their self-esteem or like even if they're the most confident person in the world, everyone can always use a pick-me-up on a bad day, or even on a good day, just make them feel a little bit better. And it can make you feel better too by being able to help someone, and it's just, and even if you didn't like what you had to do, it's still better than not doing it and seeing the person fail. Help everyone out as much as you can, because we're all trying to get to the same plate. We're all trying to be successful in life, and if you help each other out, we will all get there a lot more smoothly.